AMD has just released the new 25.3.1 driver, which includes AMD Fluid Motion Frames 2.1 and adds support for the new games Fragpunk and Split Fiction. After installing this new AMD driver, I noticed that the built-in FPS counter now works even without AMD Fluid Motion Frames 2.1 being active, similar to how it functions with the stock driver. This issue has always been present when installing AMD drivers, but it seems to have finally been fixed. These are my settings for today in the AMD 25.3.1 driver. In the display section, I turned on GPU scaling and integer scaling and set it to full panel. In the per game settings, I find it better to set AFMF 2.1 to high in quality. Previously, I used high in auto, but with this 2.1 update, the image quality seems to have improved when the performance mode is set to quality. I also use Radeon anti-lag to pair with frame generation for better responsiveness. Additionally, I have integer scaling enabled and set to full panel, while Radeon image sharpening is set to 80% for enhanced clarity. This is the new game I'm testing today, Split Fiction. The game is running at 1280 by 800 with FSR 3.1 set to quality, high settings, and all the AMD Adrenalin settings I mentioned earlier. I'm having a great experience with this driver, especially with AFMF 2.1. The frame generation feels noticeably smoother and more fluid compared to the previous driver, making gameplay more enjoyable. Additionally, enabling integer scaling and combining it with AMD Radeon image sharpening enhances visual clarity, making the game look crisp even at 800p resolution. On top of that, Radeon anti-lag helps minimize input lag, ensuring that the game feels responsive, even with frame generation enabled. This combination of features results in both improved performance and image quality, making for an overall better gaming experience.
That's unlikely. We've been strained from the Thalair since the war. It is difficult to imagine any citizen of Vermont being sent there. Goblins! Let's take up your weapons, sir. You'll be needing it. If you find your strength flagging, then buy the curative or have a bit of green one. When one of the fiends comes, best guard or dodge, else you'll be sore on the morrow. Make use of the slope. It will give you an advantage against their ranks. Employ guarded attacks to get the enemy to flinch. Random attacks are more destructive but leave you vulnerable, so seize your chance to land them the moment the enemy flinches. There are oft items to be scavenged from the bodies of monsters and their ilk. If you're not squeamish about picking at their bones, that is. Have you beheld the dragon as yet? Why not? I count that a blessing. All I know for sure is that 'tis a beast e'er more fearsome than a griffin. One need only look to the miserable state of the village of Mel. No mean feat, to be sure.
flames.
Did you hear that? Down there. Avis, care to kill some iron blood? Gladly. Wipe, you focus on the target. Understood. Be gone! Orders, Sergeant! Walking and move! Icon? She's not even fully primed!